The Dangerous Drugs Act of the Philippines represents a significant legal framework aimed at combating drug-related issues within the country. Enacted in 1972 and later amended, the Act establishes the legal parameters for the prohibition, regulation, and enforcement surrounding controlled substances. It is imperative to understand that this legislation is in response to a growing concern over the impact of illegal drugs on society and public health. Central to the Act is the classification of drugs into various schedules, reflecting their potential for abuse and accepted medical use. These classifications guide law enforcement and regulatory bodies in their efforts to monitor and manage the distribution and usage of these substances. For instance, Type 1 drugs are classified as high risk and are strictly prohibited, while Type 2 substances may have limited medicinal applications under stringent regulations. The Act empowers the Philippine Drug Enforcement Agency, PDEA, to spearhead efforts against drug trafficking and abuse. This agency plays a pivotal role in conducting operations, enforcing laws, and promoting awareness among the populace about the dangers of drug use. The PDEA collaborates with other government and non-government organizations to create rehabilitation programs for affected individuals, emphasizing a shift from punitive measures to supportive treatment. Moreover, the Dangerous Drugs Act stipulates harsh penalties for violations, illustrating the government's zero-tolerance stance on drug offenses. The law outlines specific sanctions, including incarceration and hefty fines for drug possession, trafficking, and manufacturing, aiming to deter potential offenders. However, these stringent measures have also raised debates over human rights and the treatment of individuals caught in the drug trade, highlighting a complex social issue. In navigating the challenges posed by the drug crisis, the Act is not merely a legal document. It reflects a broader societal effort to safeguard citizens and promote community welfare. Educational initiatives and public campaigns are increasingly intertwined with the enforcement of the law, fostering a healthier dialogue about addiction, prevention, and recovery. The law also calls for enhanced cooperation with international partners to address the transnational nature of drug trafficking, demonstrating a global commitment to eradicating drug-related harm. The Dangerous Drugs Act of the Philippines symbolizes a bold approach to tackling a pervasive issue, intertwining legal, social, and healthcare facets. As societal attitudes toward drug use continue to evolve, so too will the methods of addressing this complex phenomenon, with the Act serving as a fundamental cornerstone in the Philippines' pursuit of a drug-free environment.
Second, the Comprehensive Dangerous Drugs Act of 2002, or the Republic Act No. 9165. The Comprehensive Dangerous Drugs Act of 2002, Republic Act No. 9165, is a Philippine law designed to combat the country's drug problem. It replaced the Dangerous Drugs Act of 1972, RA 6425, and takes a multi-pronged approach to address the issue. Key provisions of RA 9165. 1. Definitions. The Act provides clear definitions for various drug-related terms, including a. Dangerous drugs. It specifies a comprehensive list of substances classified as dangerous drugs, including their precursors. b. Illegal trafficking. Covers a wide range of unlawful acts related to dangerous drugs, such as importation, sale, manufacture, and possession. c. Drug dependence. Recognizes drug addiction as a health issue and provides mechanisms for treatment and rehabilitation. 2. Unlawful acts and penalties. RA 9165 outlines severe penalties for drug-related offenses, ranging from imprisonment to life imprisonment and substantial fines. The severity of the penalty depends on the type of offense and the quantity of drugs involved. 3. Treatment and rehabilitation. The Act acknowledges drug addiction as a health issue and provides for both voluntary and compulsory drug rehabilitation programs. Individuals convicted of drug use may be ordered to undergo treatment and rehabilitation, depending on their case. 4. Enforcement and policy making. RA 9165 established two key institutions. A. Dangerous Drugs Board, DDB. This board is responsible for policy making and strategy formulation in the fight against illegal drugs. B. Philippine Drug Enforcement Agency, PDEA. The PDEA is the implementing arm, responsible for enforcing the law's provisions, including the arrest and prosecution of drug offenders. 5. Education and prevention. The law mandates the integration of drug education programs into the curricula of all public and private schools. It also requires the implementation of community-based drug prevention programs to raise awareness and prevent drug abuse at the grassroots level. 6. International cooperation. RA 9165 emphasizes the importance of international cooperation in the fight against illegal drugs. It allows for the extradition of drug offenders and the sharing of information and resources with other countries to combat the global drug problem.
Prohibited drugs under RA 9165. RA 9165 categorizes prohibited drugs into two main groups. 1. Dangerous drugs. These are substances that have a high potential for abuse and addiction, leading to serious health and social problems. Examples include A. Opium and its derivatives, morphine, heroin, codeine. B. Coca and its derivatives, cocaine, crack cocaine. C. Cannabis, marijuana, hashish. D. Amphetamines, methamphetamine, ecstasy. E. Hallucinogens, LSD, psilocybin. 2. Controlled precursors and essential chemicals. These are substances used in the manufacture of dangerous drugs. Examples include A. Ephedrine, used in the production of methamphetamine. B. Pseudoephedrine, used in the production of methamphetamine. C. Acetic anhydride, used in the production of heroin. Prohibited acts under RA 9165. RA 9165 prohibits a wide range of acts related to dangerous drugs, including A. Importation, bringing illegal drugs into the Philippines. B. Manufacture, producing illegal drugs. C. Sale, selling, trading, or distributing illegal drugs. D. Administration, giving illegal drugs to another person. E. Delivery, transferring illegal drugs to another person. F. Distribution, spreading illegal drugs to multiple people. G. Transportation, moving illegal drugs from one place to another. H. Possession, having control over illegal drugs. I. Use, consuming illegal drugs. J. Cultivation, planting, growing, or harvesting plants that are the source of illegal drugs. K. Maintenance of a drug den, operating a place where drugs are used or sold. L. Chemical diversion, illegally diverting chemicals used in the production of dangerous drugs. M. Manufacture or delivery of equipment for drug production, creating or providing tools used in the production of illegal drugs. N. Planting of evidence, falsely planting evidence of drug offenses. O. Attempt or conspiracy to commit any of the above offenses. Planning or attempting to commit any of the prohibited acts.
Penalties. The penalties for these offenses vary significantly depending on the nature of the offense and the quantity of drugs involved. Generally, the penalties range from lengthy to life prison sentences and substantial fines. Aggravating circumstances, such as offenses committed near schools or involving minors, lead to harsher punishments. Here are some examples of prohibited acts and their penalties. 1. Possession of dangerous drugs. A. Small quantities. Imprisonment of 6 years and 1 day to 12 years, and a fine of 50,000 pesos to 200,000 pesos. B. Larger quantities. Life imprisonment and a fine of 500,000 pesos to 10 million pesos. 2.
sale, trading, administration, dispensation, delivery, distribution, and transportation of dangerous drugs. Life imprisonment and a fine of 500,000 pesos to 10 million pesos. 3. Manufacturing of dangerous drugs. Life imprisonment and a fine of 500,000 pesos to 10 million pesos. 4. Cultivation of dangerous drugs. Life imprisonment and a fine of 500,000 pesos to 10 million pesos. Recent developments. 1. Amendments to RA 9165. The Republic Act No. 10640 was enacted in 2014. It strengthened the anti-drug campaign by amending certain provisions of RA 9165, particularly regarding the custody and disposition of seized drugs. 2. Regulation of vaping products. Republic Act No. 11900 regulates vaporized nicotine and non-nicotine products. It establishes a framework for the regulation of vaping products, aiming to restrict access among minors and ensure product safety. Conclusion. RA 9165 plays a crucial role in combating the illegal drug trade in the Philippines. Its comprehensive framework addresses various aspects of drug-related offenses, including the prohibition of specific substances, the regulation of controlled chemicals, and the imposition of severe penalties for violations. The Act reflects the government's commitment to safeguarding public health and safety by deterring drug use and trafficking with focus on both enforcement and rehabilitation.